Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I think everything should be working. Yeah, so we are back today for another little art stream. It's going to be cursed. Unfortunately, I do apologize for the cursedness of it all. I will be drawing some more politicians that I dislike. Why I do this, I don't know, but yep. We're gonna be making some more art of people I don't like. You know, who knows? Maybe eventually I will make art of people I do like. Hello, Cryptids Over Crypto. How's it going? Hello. Hello, Josh B. How's it going? You're playing Hollow Knight. Oh, nice. Nice. It's a very good game. I have got Hollow Knight, but yeah, it's not a game that I've been able to play yet because it's a little bit mechanical for me with my current setup. But maybe one day, you know, we never know. Hope everyone's doing well. Hello, Farah. How's it going? Welcome, 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 welcome back to my cursed stream, my cursed art stream. I do apologize. I don't know why I do this to people. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. It is just how things are at the moment. You know, I'm not sure why I've decided to do this to myself and the people who follow me. But, you know, here we are. Your new therapy stuff is going well for you. That's very, very good to hear that. Very, very good to hear that. Don't worry, cursed art is fine. Well, look, sometimes you draw cats and sometimes you draw people you hate, you know? It's just how things go, you know? It's just, you know, what can you do? Inspiration hits and you just got to go for it. So here we are. You've been tiptoeing towards semi coming out to your mum. Oh wow. Good luck with that. That's a, you know, it's a big moment. So right, so I'm just gonna try and pin down the nose here. That I would say, you know, I would say the nose is probably one of the most, you know, recognizable features of this guy that we are drawing. You know, compared to, you know, when we were drawing Margaret Thatcher the other day, it was more so the eyes and the lips. I think with this guy, the nose is quite important. So I'm just gonna try and get down the lines of the nose before really going into anything else. I need this nose. I need this nose on the page. Because there's no way I'm ever going to be able to, you know, recreate this guy's face without the nose looking right. Cursed art is still fun to watch being created, and it's a lot less shocking than when I came into the other stream to a fully formed Thatcher. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, the thing is just like now when I do cursed streams, I will just say in the title cursed stream, cursed art stream, so that people know that I will be drawing someone like Thatcher. I will be drawing, you know, yeah. Yeah, I will properly label the cursed art streams now so that, you know, you won't hopefully you won't walk into something that you didn't want to walk into, if you know what I mean. What cursed person are you drawing today? Oh, a cursed person who, well, multiple cursed people. I want to draw. I want to draw Boris Johnson and Joe Biden. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cursed, isn't it, really? But you know, what can you do? I just feel like I've got to tackle these two people if I want to get into making, political art or whatever. I've got to tackle these guys. These people. I've got to. Well, I don't have to, but I want to. I want to. I think. Yeah. So today is Boris Johnson. Hopefully, I mean, doesn't look like anything like him for the moment. Which of the two is more cursed in your opinion? I think that they're both as cursed as each other. I think right now, on a superficial level, I think a lot of people would think that Boris Johnson is more cursed than Joe Biden, but I think they're just as cursed as each other. They're just both awful. So yeah, that's why I'm drawing them both. Like I don't think I can really choose between the two because they're both just so symbolic of like imperialist capitalism, right? And I guess I don't know, Boris. I don't know. Hello, Sarah. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription. 5-month streak. Thank you so much. It means an absolute ton. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. How's it going? It is going. Oh, well, that's good to hear. It's good to hear that it's going. Very, very good news. It's going. Yeah. They've both endorsed ethno-fascism at different stages of their careers. Oh yeah, exactly. I want to. That's why I thought drawing them both would be good. And I've got an idea. I've got an idea for what I want to write as well, and I've got an idea for the composition. Like it's not just going to be their faces this time. I do want to make kind of a composition with them both, and it's going to be about like I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it all. Got to keep some stuff for the surprise. But yeah, I've got a good idea of a very not a very complicated message that I'm trying to send because I mean, for the moment, I mean, I'm only just started out on this political art thing, so I mean, I can't say that my messages are the most implicit or intellectually deep yet because I'm just drawing faces and just yeah. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Will you upload the art somewhere? I won't be here the whole stream. Well, the art will definitely eventually be uploaded somewhere. I don't know where, but yeah, and the VOD will be on Twitch, and yeah, I mean, I should really be uploading the art to Twitter or something. I should be doing something with it. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there. But have no fear. If you're not here the whole stream, there will be more streams of this drawing because I've got an idea for it. But it's going to be it's going to be a bit of a long. We're in for the long haul with this one, I think. Unless I abandon it like everything else that I start. But the idea is quite a big piece here because there will be two faces. We'll have Joe Biden and we'll have Boris Johnson. So two faces. It's gonna be quite it's not easy drawing a face. So we got two here as well. Got two faces, and I need to make them quite recognizable because political cartoon. It can't cartoon art. It has to be recognizable, right? You got to get their faces right, otherwise people are gonna be like, "Who the hell is that?" And you'll be like, well, if I have to explain who it is, I guess it defeats the whole purpose of me drawing them. If you want to be intellectually deep, you need to make a political cartoon where Trump has small hands. Truly the height of political commentary. I know, right? I'm really up against some very, very, very nuanced and interesting takes in the political art world. I've got my work cut out for me, as one would say. But I want to make my mark. And I know I'm not there yet because I've only just started, but hopefully I will, Right, so I've got to get this mouth. He's got like this weird, it's not like a smile, but I'd say I suppose it's a bit of a smile. Oh, he's got quite recognisable teeth, hasn't he? Well, I mean, that's quite understandable for a British politician, isn't it, really? But, okay, so let's see. Well, he hasn't got the thinnest top lip I've ever seen. It's not big, but it's certainly there. It's a tough industry, but hopefully you can compete. Just write Joe Biden under it. That would be so funny. Like the political art maker who can't really get the likeness right, and so he just writes the names of the people under the faces. I mean, it's a way to go. It's a method. God, this mouth is gonna freaking end me. I can feel already. It's gonna look cursed as hell. Right, okay, let's just make a hole for where the inside will be. I think his chin needs to be a little bit bigger. Do like Ben Garrison, whatever his name is, and label literally everything. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the idea with the political cartoons that cartoons are, I suppose, because they're not really cartoons. I'm not really very good at cartoons. I mean, I haven't really done many cartoons, so maybe I'll get there. But yeah, the idea is to kind of almost, be too obvious, be a little too obvious, but in a way that's maybe a little bit more classy. Well, classy. What is that? A little bit more like, I don't know. I want to make better art than Ben Garrison. That's what I'm saying. That's my goal in life, is to make better art than Ben Garrison. If I make better art than Ben Garrison, then I suppose I've already won, That's the idea. I'm shooting low. Oh my God, this is already so cursed. Like, I hate what I'm drawing right now, but I will soldier on. Look, it's going to look bad for a while, okay? It's going to look real bad. It's going to look real bad for, Oh God, it already looks terrifying. But, that's the idea here, is to, pull out these politicians from the page. There we go, just get a hint of the teeth in there. Right, so as with the other art stream, I'm going to try not to go too into the detail before I've sketched out the basic parts of this guy's face. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I made his face very big. And I need some room for the hair and for all the rest of the stuff going on. Okay, so I've made this part of the nose a little bit big. Let's shave off a little bit there. Basically art that gets the message across without being juvenile or obtuse. Yeah, I mean, I want it to be clear. I don't want people to be like, oh, what is this person's politics? Like, I want it to be clear, but also I don't want to just be like, oh, ha ha, look at Elon Musk. He looks like a square. or something. Like there are so many, I don't know, there are so many things that you can go after these people for without going for their bodies. You know, I'm not here to be like, oh wow, ha ha ha, look at this guy's face. It's more like I'm drawing this guy's face as a symbolic representation of like, many things. But it's not, his face is not why we're like making fun of him. The only reason I'm representing his face is so that well, God, this is looking way too cursed. I hate it. I hate it so much. But we must do this. I must do this. Well, actually, no. I'm there's no reason I need to. I don't need to do this. But I don't know why I want to do this. Right. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it's come over me. This need to draw all these people that I don't like. But you know how it is. It's just, I guess, the art wants what it wants. The heart wants what it wants, or something. Already looks like Boris. Oh, you think? Well, thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Yeah. If it already looks a little bit like him, that means we're on the right track. Because I don't want it to only look like him once, it's almost done. That would mean I've kind of screwed up somewhere. I want it to look like him before he even has his hair. Because I think a lot of people, like, they think of Boris Johnson, they think of the mop of, Labrador hair on his head or something. But I think, we need to make this look like Boris Johnson even before we get to that point, I think that if you're actively trying to avoid body shaming, you can totally make cursed art of these people. Oh, I'm not here to body shame them at all. I'm going to try and represent their faces and bodies fairly, I'm not here to exaggerate any part, not here to be like, oh, wow, look how, no, I just I want my drawings to look like them, obviously. But the message I want to send, well, with this drawing, it's going to be like a message about the imperialist war machine. That's the idea, but, we'll get to that bit once we have the faces down, blah, blah, blah. I need to think about how I'm going to make a commentary about it. But so I want this piece to be about the imperial war machine, which is why I'm drawing Boris Johnson and Joe Biden, because they are, two, I think, of the, main figures of it right now, right? So yeah, that's the general idea for this piece will be about war and how war and capitalism are intertwined. If it's a cartoon, isn't it necessary to exaggerate some features? Oh, absolutely. I mean, the thing is that I'm not sure what I'm doing is cartoons. I mean, I would like to do cartoons one day, but I'm not a cartoonist. Like, I've never really developed that part of my art style. But yeah, the idea with a character or cartoon would definitely be to exaggerate some features. And I would like to get to the point where I can exaggerate features in my art properly while still getting, the guys to look like, whoever to look like who they are. But that's, I must say that is a skill that I haven't really, practiced. But, there's a first time for everything, and I'm sure we'll get there. Just trying to get the basic gist of this guy down. I'm seeing some things about the face and the lips and that aren't quite right, but we'll get there. We'll get there. The nose, as I said, the nose is going to be very important for Boris Johnson. Very important part of his face. The eye seems to be a little bit okay. So what I can do with Procreate here that is quite fantastic is that I can move things a little bit. Now did I make that too low there? Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that actually. I don't think I will move it. I think I'll just do it by hand. I think it's just easier for me. I do think it's starting to look a little bit like him. It looks like his cousin. Do you know what I mean? Like that's when you know you're onto something. When you're drawing someone and it doesn't look like them yet, but it kind of looks like a member of their family. That means you're onto something. Don't give up. You know, it doesn't matter if it doesn't look like them yet. Just keep on, you know, keep on refining those lines. And, you know, thinking about that nose. This nose. Okay. I don't think that exaggerating features is in ableist ways is necessary. Trump, for example, I think would be very easy to make recognizable without exaggerating features in a negative way. Oh, 100%. I'd love to draw Trump at some point. I thought that was a bit obvious for now to draw Trump. I did think about it because of all the stuff coming out about his bloody resort with the FBI investigating him. I thought, you know, I definitely need to do some art of Trump at some point. But also I didn't know if people really wanted to be subjected to that. But then again, I am drawing Boris Johnson and he's honestly, you know, in many ways, he's just as freaking cursed as Trump. So really, but yeah, I agree. I mean, you don't have to exaggerate features in a shaming way, and you don't have to make physical features like you don't have to make a message about physical features the main part of your, you know, political commentary. I mean, isn't this supposed to be politics? I mean, if we're doing political cartoons or whatever, surely the message should be something about the person's politics and not something about, you know, how funny their body looks according to you. You know, that just doesn't make sense to me, right? It does not make sense to me. To go through the you know, the difficulty of making a political art and then just be like body shaming. It's like, well, I thought you wanted to have a political message here, my friend. Right? It just doesn't make sense to me. Hi, Jay. The cat looks a little bit different. I know, right? The cat has evolved. Oh, God, I wanted to do something really cursed, but I don't think I will. But okay, I did it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, at least now, if you ever wondered what Boris Johnson would look like with no hair and cat ears, you have an answer, okay, to that hypothetical. Sorry, okay. The real Boris, oh God. So yeah, and so everyone subscribe to Korviday's Patreon. That's very nice of you, Cryptos Over Crypto. Very nice of you. I just did the monthly transfer from my Patreon to my bank account for rent purposes, and you know, even with, you know, not posting to YouTube for ages and losing a few patrons, I'm still able to cover about 80%, 70% of my rent through Patreon alone, which is bloody amazing, really. And it really, you know, that's why I want to get back into making content properly and making stuff that has a message, because people have just believed in me, and I want to show them that they were right too, you know. Anyway, and the idea is Boris Johnson catgirl art. Yes. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You barely missed getting a screenshot of the cat ears. I'm so sorry. Look, it will be available in the VOD if you really need it. It'll be in the VOD for sure. Yeah. I mean, I could draw them again just for you, Josh B. Okay, I'm doing it again just for you, Josh B. This is for you. There we go. I'm so sorry. I'll leave it up for a few seconds so you can get a screenshot if you need it. But yeah, so and oh, another thing is with all these political art the political art that I want to do and blah blah blah. The thing that's very cool is that in this software that I'm using on the tablet, it records a time lapse of the art that I'm doing. So potentially, I could use this art in a video essay. In like an animated, or I could just animate, I could animate, hypothetically, I could animate what I'm doing one day. So, there's potential to make some cool stuff when it comes to video essays, because I never really integrated any of my drawing and stuff into my video essays. And I think that would really kind of take it to the next level. Boris Johnson emote in the style of your Bezos one, except this time he has cat ears. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I hate that I want to do it. I hate that I want to do it. You've corrupted my mind. You've corrupted my mind. And now I want to do it. And I shouldn't want to do it. I should not want to do it. But now I do want to do it. So, yeah. He kind of does have, he does have, I was about to say he does have a good face for cat ears, but honestly, it's your fault that I'm thinking this. I don't think it's true. I think you've planted this idea in my head, right? Right? I don't think he even does have a good face for cat ears. It's just that I can't unsee it now. I remember when you raided a person recently and they were so happy because they really liked your work. Another person who believes in you. Yeah, I am amazed at how many people believe in me. And it's rubbing off, it's rubbing off. It is rubbing off. So, thank you dearly to every single person who has ever believed in me, because, it really has had an effect on my psychology. And it's the reason I'm back here today, and I'm still trying to stay connected and keep coming back, no matter what the hell I'm, going through. I don't want to disappear anymore. I refuse. I want to come back, and I want to stream, and I want to, I want to be myself. And that it doesn't matter if that means that sometimes I'm depressed as hell and I'm crying and, I'm a bit quiet. Who cares? I'm going to show up anyway. I'm going to make my cursed art. I'm going to play my chess. Right, so this ear is just clearly way too low over here. So what do we think? Is Boris looking a bit like Boris? I'm thinking he is looking a bit like Boris. He certainly looks like Boris's cousin, right? I would say, he's starting to look a little bit like him. You may even slay a few spires. Oh yes, slay the spires. I must play that again. Now that I've set up the eye tracker so that I can stop it from moving, it will be far more enjoyable to play it. Because it was working very well with the eye tracker. But the fact that I could never stop the cursor from moving was, it was quite, I'm not sure how to describe it, because, it's quite a sensory experience, but it's very tiring on the eyes when every time you look somewhere, it brings up menus and, all that. So depressed but thriving, that's the energy. That is the energy. I also believe in you. Please keep sharing whatever you like with us. I will. I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to keep sharing more and more. You got the eyes spot on from the start. The way they're hooded would make him look almost sympathetic if he wasn't evil. I agree. Well, thank you. It is very important to get the eyes right when you're drawing someone. If you don't get the eyes right, then everything else is going to fall flat on its face. Which is why I'm being so loose with the whole I'm being very loose with, everything. But the eyes must... the eyes need to tell the story of who this person is. The shape of the eyes is very important. It's very important to getting someone looking like themselves. It really is. I really appreciate you showing up on bad days. Well, I really want to show up on every single. I would love to share more of my life with the internet and be more comfortable with it, because I think that showing myself on bad days and showing the reality of my situation is actually really quite core to understanding why my politics are how they are. If I'm always, super chipper and enthusiastic and happy-go-lucky or whatever, it just doesn't really paint a real picture of who I am. And it doesn't paint a real picture of why I am who I am. You know? Can you get the shoulders to slump in a way that would suggest a badly fitting suit? That's a good point. That's a very good point. The suit looks far too well fitting, doesn't it, right now? Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is quite a core part, isn't it, of the Boris aesthetic? The Boris aesthetic. God, I hate that that makes sense. I hate that that makes sense. Like the Boris Johnson aesthetic. Oh God. Right. Oh, the chapped lips. Now they are quite important. Now, no, I'm no disrespect to anyone with chapped lips. I do have chapped lips myself sometimes. But it is true that Boris Johnson, I can't say that his lip care regime is really leaving many people, you know, it doesn't leave many people wondering, what does he do? What is he doing to get those lips? Yeah. Let's see. I never had to think about the Boris Johnson aesthetic until today. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny what you end up thinking about. It is funny. Right, I'm going to take my second painkiller because my back is killing me. It is killing me. It is, to be honest, it's not great. Right, I'm just going to go to the restroom quickly. I will be right back. He looks a bit wonky for now, the Boris. He does look a bit wonky. I think there are some parts of his face that I need to work on. Hang on. Right, I'll be right back. I just need to go to the restroom. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, something else that I have managed to set up now is a face cam that I can toggle. As you can see, now you see my face. Now you don't. Now you see my face. Now you don't. And I think that that will help me perhaps get back into face cam in a way that feels more safe for me, because I can just turn it off if I feel, I don't know, if I don't want people seeing my face. It's quite a weird thing, to be honest, face cam. And it was always the part that I was the least comfortable with YouTube was filming myself. It was always the part that I would put off and procrastinate and all that, Buzz cut. Oh no, Sarah, not a buzz cut. Just tied up my hair. But I suppose it does have a buzz cut look. Hang on, I'll tie it up properly. Like that. That's how I would look with a buzz cut. I did have a buzz cut actually when I was about 21. I just shaved my whole head. And it did look a bit like this, That's how it looked. Yeah, but now I have a lot of hair now. Now, I've been, wondering about what to do with my hair because it's getting quite long. But it's just a goddamn mess. So, I don't know. We'll see. It is a bit of a mess. It's the black background. Yes, it is the black background. See, that's the thing with my hair is that I might have to end up colouring it some kind of colour so that it shows up actually on stream, because that's an issue that I've had a few times now, is that no one can see my hair. It just disappears into the background. Long hair is good. Long hair is very good. It is, isn't it? It is, isn't it? I do like long hair. I am enjoying it. I would like to get a haircut at some point. I haven't had a haircut in years. Well, I've cut my own hair, but let's just say, that goes about as well as you would expect it to, right? I don't have any experience in cutting my own hair. I can't see the back of it, You know how it is. But, yeah, I think a haircut would do me quite a lot of good at some point. I mean, it's not like I really need one, but at some point I will look into it, Maybe that will be something I could do for when I get to 100% on the donation goal at the bottom. I haven't really decided what to do at 100%. I mean, it would be nice to do something, right? So maybe I could get a haircut, or maybe, I don't know. I want to do something that would be fun for people, Well, I guess I could, I don't know. I'll think about it. Korviday haircut fund. Yeah. God, what an annoying face this guy has. Oh, do you know what? I caught the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life the other day, and I'm super chuffed with myself because, I'm in a wheelchair. So that kind of reduces my mobility a bit, my agility, let's just say. If life was a video game, my agility has been somewhat compromised by the wheelchair situation. So catching spiders is not as easy as it used to be. But the other night, there was a spider I've never seen a spider this big. I looked it up and apparently it was a giant house spider. What did I name the spider? I named the spider Furry Elephant. And she was at least 15 centimeters in diameter. This was a big spider. I've never seen a spider this big. I looked it up. Yeah, apparently called a giant house spider. And so I managed to catch the spider. The spider was literally, oh my God, I was in bed. And at some point, I just felt like I should I flicked on the light, and this spider, this massive furry elephant spider. Aren't those Australian? Well, I don't know. Apparently they're in south of France as well. They're massive, just like 15 centimeters span. And it was making its way down towards my bed. And so I tap on the wall with my cane, because I got a cane, right, that I can use to kind of balance myself when I need to get up on my feet. So I tap on the wall with my cane, and she launches herself off the wall into my bed. Absolutely the worst possible situation. So I got this massive spider in my bed. So I get out of my bed, I'm sitting in my wheelchair, and I'm just sitting there. It's 2 a.m, I'm exhausted. I'd already kind of gotten quite emotional that day, so I can't say that I really felt the fear. I felt the fear, but not physically. I was very calm physically because I think I'd already, already used up all of my emotions for the day. So I was just sitting there just like, okay, I've got to do something about it. I can't go to sleep. She's in my bed. She's literally there in front of me in my bed. She was just trying to be a cuddle bug. I mean, fair enough, but honestly, I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't feeling it, and I was feeling quite tired. And so I found a Tupperware, thank God I had a big Tupperware at my place, because I don't know, I didn't have it. This spider would not fit in a cup, let me tell you. This was not a cup spider. This was a Tupperware spider. So I found a Tupperware, and I sat there for a good half an hour just looking at her. And after a while, it's just like, I'm going to have to go in, because if I don't, I'm going to be screwed. I'm going to be completely screwed, because she's going to hide somewhere in my bed. There's no way I'm going to get back to sleep if she's in my bed. And so I went for it. I put the Tupperware over her, and I caught her. I managed to get her off the bed in the Tupperware onto my desk. And today, I managed to let her go in the garden. I released the beast. I released the furry elephant in the garden. And she scuttled away. And I kid you not, you could hear her walking over the leaves. That's how big this spider is. That's when you know you've got a big spider on your hands, when you can hear the spider walking. What the hell? Like, that's a big ass spider. I'm sorry, but that is a big spider. If you can hear the spider walking, that's when you know you've got a big cuddle bug on your hands. Yeah. So yeah, that was my little spider story, Nothing too out there. But yeah, it was a big moment for me. It was a big moment. I'm pretty proud of myself that I managed to do it. Was it a tarantula? No. It was a giant house spider. If you look it up on the internet, it's actually a kind of spider, the giant house spider. So it's just they're completely safe for humans. They are very scared of humans. They're not, they're not dangerous at all for us. But they're just very, very big. And so, a bit scary. One could argue they're a little bit scary. You're scared of humans too. I mean, yeah, same, same. I can understand, I can understand the spiders. And I've been trying to, I used to be quite scared of spiders as a kid. Like, I would get, the thumping heart. I wouldn't be able to go near them. I'd be very scared of them. But now I have managed to somewhat desensitize myself. Mostly through the knowledge of how great spiders are for pest control. Like, if you've got spiders in your place, there's a lot, there aren't many chances of cockroaches, having a nice place to live. If you've got a big spider looking after you, that's actually a really good sign. So I have been trying to, welcome spiders into my life over the past years, because cockroaches are, the worst. The worst. When you're poor and you're renting, questionable flats, cockroaches are really your enemy. So spiders become your friend. So I've been trying to, be a lot more welcoming of them. But this one, it was just too big. She was just too big. I had to get her out. Like, there was no way. I just would not have been able to sleep if I knew she was just, hanging around. You found a tarantula in your yard as a kid? Really? Whereabouts are you? How is that? Like, what, a wild tarantula? I didn't even know that. Well, I guess, yeah, tarantulas are in the wild. That makes sense. I guess I've just kind of associated tarantulas with pets now, I suppose. I see them as cats or something. I suppose there are wild cats as well, so. What you dislike is frogs. I mean, that's fair enough. We all dislike something. Although I must say that is less of a less common fear to have, or a less common dislike. But, what can I say, They are a bit strange looking, to be fair. They are a bit strange looking. I feel like the suit is starting to look ill-fitting. There we go. In California. Oh, I see. Someone's escaped. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's not too. Yeah, California. Yeah, I'm not too surprised. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. There must be all kinds of stuff in California. Yeah. Oh, have we finished the album? I'll just put it back on. Yeah. Can we listen to the same album twice? I mean, I'm autistic, so I'm fine with it. You know, I listened to the same album like 50 times before getting slightly bored. I'll be like, oh, I've listened to this album like a million times, and literally my whole internal monologue has been replaced with one little solo from this album. So I should probably change album at this point. Like it's getting a bit ridiculous. But I don't know if that's an autism thing or I don't know what that is. I'm really trying to get this nose right. We need to get the, oh, God. We do need to get the nose right. You know, as I was saying, Boris Johnson's nose, quite important part of his face. So, I've got a shadow at the base here that kind of comes up. I mean, to be fair, the nose is a very important part of anyone's face. Yeah, you got to get the nose right. Ah, it's not right, the nose. It's not right. We're getting there, but it still just looks like his cousin, which is fine, which is fine. You know, practice makes perfect, and I am a bit rusty when it comes to the art stuff. I am very rusty. Enjoying the same music repeated is a very autistic thing. Yeah, yeah, that's what I've always thought as well. You know, I haven't questioned it too much. You know, apart from just being like, yeah, that's probably just an autistic thing. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get some of these values in his face down. Got some quite recognizable shadows that kind of outline the features. You watched my Sims late stage capitalism video. I think it would be cool if you upload streams. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm getting to the point where I feel kind of confident enough again to maybe upload some stuff to YouTube. For ages, I felt really, I don't know, I don't know, I don't, I don't know if I can even really, I'm not sure really, but I think I'm getting there. I am getting there. I'm getting to the point where I feel like I'm going to start uploading again, uploading stuff. I do feel like we're going to get there, you know? Feel comfortable enough and, you know. But yeah, for a while it's just been psychologically, the whole YouTube thing has just been a bit of a mess, you know. Right, so we've got a rough idea of Boris down. A rough idea of Boris. You know, needs some work, but the spirit of him is there, I think. Which is good. Very, very good. You know, none of these politicians have proved to be too much for me to handle yet. Although I do think, you know, does need a lot of work. I feel like you're working towards overcoming those barriers that come from difficulties like the pressure comes from the time away and the harassment you faced on Twitter. Yeah, see, the thing is that when Hassan Piker retweeted my tweet about ableism and, like, you know, I became Twitter's main character to harass for the day, a lot of people found my YouTube channel and started, like, I got like a deluge of comments saying go outside, touch grass, and calling me a pedophile as well, because that's what people call you when you have trans in your bio on Twitter and you become the main character. And you know, the gaming side of the internet finds your, you know, your profile and stuff. And so that happened, you know, when all of that happened, that's, you know, yeah, that happened. And it was like really overwhelming at the time. I'm doing a lot better now. And like, I think now, even if I got harassment like that again, I would be able to deal with it. But at the time, I definitely couldn't deal with it. But yeah, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm no longer super fazed by that. But at the time, it was a lot, and I was just so afraid. I was afraid of many things. But I think the fear, you know, has gone down now, and I'm starting to feel more confident again. And I'm really starting to want to come back to YouTube as well. You know, I'm starting to want it, you know. And I actually did log into YouTube the other day, and I made the mistake of looking at my analytics, and I am losing subscribers. I am currently losing subscribers, which, you know, it was a bit difficult to stomach when I saw it, but it does make sense, right? I've been, you know, gone for a while, so people are just unsubscribing, you know. It's like, it's what happens. Wow, I didn't know. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, you know. I'm kind of getting over it now. Or at least, you know, emotionally, I don't feel afraid anymore, which is nice. But it was really difficult, and, you know, I'm still kind of angry about it. In a lot of ways, because that guy, you know, that guy literally lives in $1 million mansion someplace, and he's retweeting disabled leftists, painting a target on their back for them to get transphobic harassment from, like, the whole gaming side of the internet. And then what does he do to apologize? Literally nothing. Nothing at all. You're right to be angry? I know, right? That dude is, it's a piece of work, to be honest. But, you know, losing subscribers is really not that much of a deal. Because, like, at the time, it did kind of get to me. But, you know, now it's like, well, I really don't have anything to lose. I'm losing subscribers. So if I come back, I have nothing to lose. I have everything to gain and nothing to lose. You know, the world is my playground. Hassan is a weirdo. I never got the appeal. I guess it's because he's muscular. Oh my god. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, I love that. I love that. Brilliant. Brilliant. Why retweet a disabled leftist crowdfunding stuff to help them when you can make fun of them instead? That's what leftism is about. I mean, yeah. I mean, back in the day when he did retweet me and all that happened, I wasn't in a wheelchair yet. You know, I could still, you know. And it's kind of ironic, isn't it, that, you know, that happened and I was kind of harassed off the internet with people telling me to go outside and stuff. And like a few months later, I was in a wheelchair and I literally could not go outside even if I wanted to. You know? It's kind of funny, isn't it? Kind of funny. I think any inactive channel will just lose subscribers as Google removes spam and dormant accounts. Oh, that makes sense. Wait, Hassan did that? Yeah, Hassan did that. Hassan retweeted a tweet of mine about ableism, saying this is the problem with the left. And then an ordinary gamer who is a YouTuber on the gaming sphere of YouTube, like a big YouTuber, also retweeted it. Basically, the tweet did the rounds on Twitter. I became the laughingstock of the internet, and I got loads of transphobic harassment, loads of ableist harassment on my YouTube account and on my Twitter account. Loads of people commenting on my selfies saying that I was a pedophile because I had trans in bio. So that's what happens, right? And that's kind of why I stopped posting on Twitter. That's why I disappeared off Twitter. That's literally why, because that happened. So yeah, thanks to Sam Piker for being a fucking dick. Ass. Wow, what a prick. I know, right? One day, maybe I'll call him out publicly for it. I mean, I just kind of disappeared from the internet. Usually when this kind of thing would happen, you know me, I would make a thread about it. I'd try and get people retweeting me. I'd want to engage in the drama. But this time, it was too dangerous. This time, there were so many people with eyes on me and parts of the internet that I'd never even interacted with before, like the Ordinary Gamers audience, and I guess I just had alarm bells in my mind, and the alarm bells told me, this time, don't engage with the drama right now because this could be dangerous for you psychologically. So that's why I kind of disappeared and yeah. I don't know. My brain told me this fight is not yours to fight right now. Maybe in the future you'll be able to say something about it, and maybe that will be something that you can do. But right now, I think you need to disappear because right now, you can't handle this. And I'm happy I did. I wish I'd taken more screenshots, but my mind wasn't really thinking about receipts at the time. It was more so thinking, oh my God, I'm the main character of the internet and loads of people are calling me like awful things because I don't know. See, the thing is that I've always known that trans people, the default insult for a trans person from the right is a pedophile or a groomer, right? And I'd known this because I made a video about the news cycle surrounding Jessica Yaniv at the time. And I mean, I'm not saying that she's a good person or anything, but it's more so like the general, what is the default insult for trans people? And I already knew that was the case, but when it actually happened to me, I wasn't prepared at all. So. The trans equals pedo shit has gone a lot worse since Twitter decided they just weren't going to do anything about trans people being spammed with groomer tweets. Yeah, that's what was happening to me when Hassan retweeted my thing, and all of my selfies had like loads of like that kind of stuff underneath, and yeah, this seemed like a much bigger thing than when you criticize other people on the left. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I just at the time I was like, I don't think that I should engage with this. Like, I think I need to disappear myself for now, because I'm in a much more dangerous situation than I've ever been in. And maybe I will talk about it one day, And if I don't have the right receipts and people are like, where are the receipts? Then those are not the people that I want to address anyway, because it's not about receipts. It's about what happened. And it did happen. And I know a lot of people saw what happened. I was there. Anyway. You made the right choice in distancing yourself at the time. I would have done exactly the same. I think it was the right choice. I think it was indeed. Now, was it a good choice for me financially? Was it a good choice for me when it comes to material security? Debatable. But when it comes to my literal safety and psychological well-being, I think it was a very good choice. I'm doing a lot better now. I'm kind of slowly inching, I'm coming back to the internet, I am coming back to the internet properly. I am. That's the idea, is that I come back and I start, talking about stuff again, and I start being my old self again. And slowly does it. It's happening, It's happening. Right. So I think Boris does look a lot like Boris. And I'm very happy with that. Or his cousin, but that's close enough for me for now, because it's not, it's not finished. I think one of the problems with Hassan is the debate bro attitude he has. He claims he's not a debate bro. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, claiming you're not something isn't really enough to not be something, is it? It's not really enough. What's his cousin name? What do you think? What you mean, Boris Johnson's cousin? The guy that I'm drawing right now, Boris Johnson's cousin. What's his name? I mean, it's a good question. Joris Morris is really great. I love Morris. Joris is quite good as well. Joris Bonson. I mean, that is, it's classic, isn't it? That's a good one. What am I doing with the chin here? Need to darken this part a little bit. Morris Johnson. Morris Johnson. I mean, that's pretty good. I like that. I must say, I do like that. See, I think we're kind of. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a caricature really, because it's just too, it's too much of a portrait to be a caricature. But I do feel like we are kind of, it's somewhat of a caricature, That sardonic smile that implies something underneath. Oh, sardonic. Now that is a good word. Oh, you know what I've been thinking? I've been thinking another thing that we could do on stream that I could possibly be okay at. Once I've found a way to input text with the eye tracker would be crosswords. I thought that might be quite a fun thing to do. You know, speaking of that, I really do need to try that OptiKey software that I've looked up, this software that you can use with the eye tracker to type, because that is something that is very difficult for me. It's typing. I just don't really know how to go about writing anymore, because I can't write with the pen, because writing is just so much more painful than drawing, as strange as that might seem. And I can't really write with the keyboard. I mean, I've just hurt myself. So, yeah, I would quite like to find a way to input text. And once we got that going, you know, sky's the limit, really. To be able to type out and, you know, start hashing out scripts again, something I haven't done in ages. He looks both sad and happy. I shall try and sleep, have a good stream. Oh, thank you. Have a good sleep. What about the speech to text stuff? Speech to text is quite nice, and it does work lovely. And I use it for interacting with my friends and people close to me. The issue with speech to text is that sometimes I don't really feel like talking. I am someone who can be a bit like quiet. I was selectively mute as a kid for about 5 years, which is really quite a long time. I would just not say a word at school. I would say nothing. And if anyone talked to me, I would become bright red and I'd start crying. And now look, I'm doing a lot better now. But, you know, sometimes you just kind of want to lay some words down without saying anything. And I think that this OptiKey software with the eye tracker, it's a real, you know, that's really going to help me out. Thank you, Josh B, for stopping by. Means a lot. You don't seem to have a strong accent, so speech to text won't hate you. It quite likes me. You do have to articulate very, very strongly for speech to text. And sometimes there's just this combination of like not wanting to speak and also being too tired to articulate properly. And when I'm in that mood, I would just love to be able to put down some words without opening my mouth. And I think this OptiKey software that I need to try out is really going to help me out. And you know what? I might try it out live on stream so that we can see how it is, you know? Is OptiKey like a swiping keyboard? OptiKey is, yeah, it's like a swiping keyboard, but with your eyes, I think. I haven't tried it yet. How did you become not mute? Well, I don't know really. I mean, part of the reason that I was selectively mute is because I didn't speak the language when I got to France as a kid. But also, I mean, that's not the only reason, because my sibling didn't have that issue. So I think it also was to do with being neurodivergent, with being like the age that I was. And I don't know really how I got over it. I think part of it was becoming a little bit more confident with the language. Oh, you're French, kind of. I thought you were British. Well, I am British, but when I was 8, my parents moved to France, and so I moved here as well. And so I'm actually in France right now, because I've just, you know, I've never left. I just kind of ended up here. But yeah, I speak French fluently, but when I got here, I didn't. So, picture the scene: autistic child, yanked out of their environment and stuck into another one where they don't speak the language. And you've got yourself a recipe for selective mutism. But I did have, it wasn't just language. It was also, I was deathly terrified of school. I had some of that school phobia. I was very anxious about going to school. Weird that you never lost the accent. I thought people would when they move. Yeah, I know, it's weird, isn't it? It is weird. I guess it might have something to do with the fact my parents never really spoke French to me. I mean, at home, it was always kind of like, it was almost like I would go home and it would be Britain at home, It would be British news on the telly. My parents would speak English. We'd be speaking about English politics. Oh, why am I? So the integration, is that the right word? The integration wasn't like, they didn't, I think it was, the way that it panned out is probably why. But, I mean, it is a good point. I didn't really lose the British accent. But I think if I had lived in Britain, I probably would have had more of a, some kind of regional accent. Now, before shrinking all of this, I might actually duplicate. I've got 2 Boris Johnsons in my gallery now. What a nightmare. Okay, so I've duplicated the Boris Johnson because I want to shrink him. Because I want to fit Joe Biden on here. Right. So, Joe freaking Biden. Right. So once again, starting out a face, just get a potato shape down, yeah? Oh, wait, I should probably make a new layer. I've got to be a good digital art guy and make a new layer. Get a nice, oh God, no, that's not a nice potato. Got to get a nicer potato than that. A little bit of a, come on now, Jay, you can do better, right? There we go. Got quite a square head, this guy. Bit of a square face. I mean, yeah, I think that's nice enough. Good morning, Spec. I'm so sorry that you have walked into such a cursed moment. But I don't know why I keep drawing people that I hate, but here we are. We're back and we're drawing more politicians because I don't know why. Morbin. Good Morbin. Good Morbin. Do you know I actually missed that meme? I've never even seen the movie. How's it going, Spec? Don't watch it, it's bad. Thank you for the recommendation. Well, for the anti-recommendation, I should say. Right, so his forehead is probably goes down to about here. And then we've got the eyes and the eyebrows around this part of the face. You're going okay. You're sick right now, so it could be better. I'm so sorry to hear that. Being sick, not to be it kind of sucks. It does kind of suck sometimes. So, solidarity. I was having some quite bad back pain earlier, but I popped some codeine and now I'm feeling a bit better. Although, codeine, it's a bit of a love-hate relationship. It works. Yeah, it does work, but at what price, What price? It's not my painkiller of choice, let's just say it that way, but, don't have any other options right now, so codeine it was. And I'm feeling a lot better. Though I have a lot of things to say about the state of, painkillers. Painkillers quite a touchy subject for me, I would say. Hanging out with some friends tomorrow on their stream. Oh, that's nice. Now, Joe Biden, what a face. Okay, so I've decided to go with a smiling Joe Biden because I think his smile is actually quite a recognizable feature of his. It's probably the most recognizable. Like, he doesn't have a really unique nose. He doesn't really have a unique eyes. Well, his eyes are quite, nah. I think his smile it's really what kind of makes him look like him. So, with those American teeth and the complete lack of a top lip. And a bottom lip, actually, for that matter. Now I'm looking at him. Really doesn't have much going on down there. Okay, so... I mean, it's going to look terrifying. But he has a small eyes and a one-sided smile. He does have a one-sided smile. That's a good way to put it. Kind of like a lopsided smile. Which I suppose we could exaggerate a bit. I'm going to try and get some values down to hint at the features more so than really get into them. Always, that's how I go about this, drawing people. Hint at the features. Don't go too far into them until you've outlined the basics. We've got to find what is really what makes Joe Biden look like Joe Biden. What is it? We're trying to find that. And once we get that down, we can start going in for a bit more detail on the rest of the face. Now, this is going to sound a bit weird, but I think one of the most recognizable parts of this guy's face is his ears, which, you know, sounds a bit weird to say, but I do think that he has quite large ears. To be honest, I've never noticed the ears. I mean, I'm probably a bit of a weirdo, you know. I'm probably the only guy who's noticing the ears, you know. I am a bit of a. I'm a guy who does look. I'm a looker. Not okay. That doesn't sound right. I mean, like, I don't know. I think it's because I've been drawing for such a long time. Kind of been the one of the core parts of my, you know, who I am for such a long time now that when I look at people, I'm automatically kind of looking at what makes them look like them. And so I suppose I did that with Joe Biden. And so I've always noticed his ears. I hear, yeah. Yeah. I think when you put stuff into shapes often, yeah, you kind of start looking at people in a way that, you know. I think he's going to be more difficult, Joe Biden, than it's going to be more difficult to get a likeness down because he has, I would say, a less recognizable face than Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson just looks like a caricature without even trying, whereas Joe Biden just kind of has a very, um, you know, in a lot of ways, just kind of a very basic face. Um, you know, he doesn't really have any super distinguishable features, really. He's just kind of quite a bland looking man, you know. So, but I think the smile is definitely. His head is quite slim, like a cylinder. It is, isn't it? He's got a bit of a blocky, long rectangle face. He's got quite a long neck as well. I mean, no disrespect to turtles, but he kind of looks like a turtle. Do you know what I mean? Like, He's a very tight smile, like a tight-lipped smile. And he's going to be more difficult. He is going to be more difficult. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out to chill with me in this cursed moment today. I know it's a bit strange to draw people one hates, but I don't know, really. Here we are, you know. After this stream, I'll have a little bit of a break, and maybe in a bit we could play some Super Auto Pets. How about that? I feel like that could, you know, compensate for the cursedness, you know, that I'm bringing to all of your lives. You know, perhaps the contrast will be enough to compensate, you know. And now for the text here, have you continued that space game? Space game? What was the space game? Are you talking about RimWorld? RimWorld with the colony? Yes. Yeah. Rimwormed. I haven't continued it off stream, so the colony is still in the same state that we left it. You will maybe be happy to know. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't continued it off stream, so. It was a little bit more demanding on the eyes than than other games, but now that I've figured out how to pause the cursor, it could actually be a really good one to play. I think it will be easier to play now that I can pause the cursor. Speaking of space games that you could play that are fantastic, Citizen Sleeper. Ooh, I don't think I've heard of that one. Hang on, where can I write it down? Hang on. I need to, it's so good. Oh, I do need to write it down then. Hang on. Just gonna get my phone so I can write it down. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Citizen Sleeper. Thank you. Oh god, we're at the end of the album again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put on an album we've already listened to like 50 times on stream, but that's okay, I'm sure. I do need to find some different albums to put on, but I do love this one. You play an escaped sleeper, which is a biomechanical cyborg, and arrive on a space station. The whole game is about you trying to survive when your body is basically killing itself due to forced obsolescence. It's basically a visual novel, and the cast rules, and it's incredibly diverse. Oh, that sounds great. That sounds fun. And that sounds like the kind of game that maybe playing on stream could be good. That sounds great. I'm starting to see Joe Biden. I'm starting to see him in the drawing, you know. We don't have much here. You know, it's just a few lines and some scribbles. But I am starting to see him. I'm starting to see him. Good old Dark Diamond Joe Brandon. Yeah, I'm only just, you know, I've only just recently started to follow the political news and like go on websites and try and be up to date with discourse again, I suppose. And I think that's kind of what's motivating my political cartoon, political art arc here is because I'm reading all this stuff and I'm getting so frustrated and I don't know what to do about it. I can't I can't just write a script and make a video essay. Well, I could, I suppose, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem, so I'm just like, I got to get it out of me. And so here we are. Can I suggest a jazz album? Absolutely. A Night in Tunisia. I'm gonna add it to the I'm gonna add it to my albums. Hello? Oh god, why is Spotify ass? The fuck? Hello? Okay, well, I guess I'll add it later. Hello? Oh, okay. Okay, well, for some reason... Okay, well... I suppose I will simply paste it into my sticky notes. And we'll listen to it on the next art stream, or like after this album. Paste. There we go. It's pasted. What's your advice on to getting into politics? Oh god. It's a good question, really. I mean, I'd have to think about it. I will think about it. I will think about it. What I will say is that I think that in the West, as people who exist in the West, I suppose, I mean, if that's your case, I mean, it's my case, but please remain very, very skeptical and critical of anything the US is doing. um, yeah. Politics is either boring or infuriating. That's a good way to put it, yeah. It is a very good way to put it. I don't really what my advice would be because I myself feel very detached from it all in some ways. Like I feel so powerless. And so I guess that's why I'm here drawing people that I'm frustrated with because I don't know, it feels like the only thing I can do. Big thing is try looking for a political organization that is related to an interest of yours, civil rights, immigration, housing, and then start going to their meetings. Yeah, that's good. That's a good way. It's a good thing. Yeah. It reminds me, actually, I do need to get in touch with an org that I wanted to start attending some virtual meetings. But yeah, I do need to do that. I need to think about how I want to integrate text into this because for the moment it's just quite a nice portrait of Biden and Boris, and obviously the text that I want to put. I want to draw some bombs as well. The idea for text is that how you write ka-ching? Oh, now this isn't the final text. We saw you across the bar. Oh no. So obviously this isn't how I want the text to look because my writing is ass. But that's kind of what I wanted to like. So that's kind of the gist of it. The gist, the mist, the what? Something like that. Simple and to the point, Simple and to the point, Something that combines, the capitalism and war aspect of it, right? Imperialism, all that. Yeah. And obviously, I don't, I need to think about how to integrate it better than this because this is just. Oof. How long have I been streaming? Lean, mean, slim war machine. Ka-ching. Yeah, I need to think about like what I need to think about font. I need to think about placement. I need to think about placement when it comes to the two guys as well, actually. Because hang on, oh god, that's not what I want to do. I need to combine these two layers. Go. Well, I am quite happy with how far we've gone. Although Joe needs a lot of work. Ooh, I am feeling a bit nauseous and dizzy today. It's an unfortunate side effect of the medication I'm taking. I mean, do I really want Boris to be down here? I guess I could have Boris up here. I think having Boris down here is better. Oh my gosh. Spec, thank you so much for the gifted subscription. 5 gifted subscriptions. That is brilliant. That is absolutely lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I wish that the subscriptions contributed to the fund. I'm sorry that that it doesn't. I don't think the number goes up for subscriptions, but it means so much. Spec, thank you so much, because Twitch does have a minimum amount that you need to have to get your money. Yeah, I'm sorry, Spec. I wish I could make the number go up by myself, but I don't think I can. Hey, Biru, how's it going? I'm sorry that the number didn't go up. I wish it did. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That means a great deal. I hope that soon our but number. I know. I'm sorry. I hope that soon we will get our animated Jeff Bezos emojis. They haven't been allowed by Twitch yet. They keep getting denied. So what goes towards the fund? I think the fund number only goes up for stream donations. Unfortunately, the subscriptions don't count towards it. I'm not like bits. I don't think bits go to it. I think it's only the donate button for PayPal that affects the fund number. Yeah. I do wish it counted the other things, but maybe if I make another fund thing, I'll try and find out how I can get that. What's going on? Oh, I see. I'm on the wrong layer, of course. Thank you so much for support. Joe's face might be a bit big. Yeah, I think that's better. We don't want him to be too big. Oh, thank you so much, Biru, for the $5 on behalf of Spec. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. That means an absolute ton. Thank you so much, both of you, for supporting my stream and my content for, for so long and just, thank you. It means an absolute ton. It's been probably the most difficult year for me, financially and physically, of my life. So it means an absolute ton. And, I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now with the situation. I think that soon I might be getting some help again, because I used to get some help from the government for my rent and stuff, because I don't earn a lot of money and stuff, and that's what happens when that's the case. But I stopped getting all of that help right about at the time when the wheelchair thing happened, which was the worst time ever. So the support this year has just, it's really it's really made a difference. C'est très cringe. My insidious marketing strategy is that people who get a free sub are more likely to keep watching and resub on their own. Ooh, that is quite smart. I like that. You've decided on a submarine sandwich. Ooh, submarine sandwich. You know what? I like that. I love a sandwich. I'm a simple soul. I like a sandwich. What can I say? I do like a sandwich. This may seem random, but in the Sims video, you had a "Don't play the League of the Legends" as a caption. May I ask why? It was kind of like a joke at the time because um, League of Legends is a game that I've played a few times in my life, and I got really into. I mean, I was never good at it, but like, it is definitely the game that had the most addictive effect on me. And when I was doing that Sims Let's Play, I think at one point I was saying like, oh, I kind of feel like playing League of Legends, but I don't think I should because, well, it really hurts my hands to play. I mean, that was at the time when I was still using my hands to use a mouse and stuff. I mean, all that's kind of over now, but and I guess it kind of became a bit of a meme, I suppose, while we were doing the stream. I don't know. I don't really know. But the whole stream was like, do not play the League of Legends. Yeah, all of the basically the chat kept saying, no, 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 don't play League of Legends. We want you to play Sims. Because I kept mentioning League. Because I wasn't like doing very well psychologically at the time. And I kept saying like, oh, I really feel like playing League of Legends. And so chat was like, no, don't play League of Legends. And then at one point I started calling it the League of the Legends as like a meme or something, like saying it wrong. And I guess that's why. Um but honestly, if you enjoy League of Legends, like that's fine. It was more because like, I don't know. I was trying to find other games to amuse me instead of just going back to League of Legends as a default every time I felt sad. Yeah, we did end up playing a bit of the mobile version. You know, because I know it's addictive. Oh, it's very addictive. Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of games are, but League of Legends is very addictive. And the thing is with League of Legends is that it's a very competitive game, and like there's a whole ranking system. But the problem is that like as someone in solo queue, you don't really have much influence on the outcome of games. So it's like the perfect recipe for frustration because you can put all of your heart and soul into a game, and if there's one person on your team who wants to, run into the enemy tower again and again, then they can just do that. Um, but like there are some very fun things about League of Legends, and I mean, there's not much that's more fun than playing League of Legends with a group of friends. Is there when like you've got a whole team of friends? That's really fun. That is really good time. And one of the things that I liked about the game was the the co-op aspect of it. Right, I really like team games. It's just unfortunate that they always become very toxic. And yeah, I think we could talk about how that's capitalism's fault for sure. What would cooperative team games look like in a world that was more cooperative and team based? What would they look like? Would they be more of a would they be a better environment? Nowadays it can be because Riot Studios is awful. Oh, I haven't really followed what Riot Studios are doing, but I suppose it's like the same as Blizzard, right? I would imagine. Almost exactly the same as Blizzard. Oh well, what a surprise. Dash S, slash S or whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course. Hello, Rob. Sorry, you've walked into something cursed again. I'm up to my. I'm on my bullshit again. I'm drawing politicians. I'm so sorry. What's going on? I'm drawing politicians again. I'm sorry for what you've walked into. Joe Biden has proven to be a lot harder to draw than I thought. And I think it's because he just looks so bland. You know? Boris Johnson has a lot of like features. Well, I guess Joe Biden has. I think Joe Biden's main feature is definitely the smile. Which is why I want to make the smile look very much accurate. I love the forehead. Why, thank you. Biden's forehead is large and in charge. That's a good way to put it. Can we make a villain called Forehead? Isn't that just Joe Biden? Wait, I said I wasn't going to body shame. I mean, to be fair, I have a massive forehead as well. Check out. That's a pretty big forehead. So, like... I mean, look, I'm not even taking testosterone anymore. It was already like this before testosterone, by the way. This is not testosterone's doing. This was... I already had a forehead like this before testosterone. So, you know, I feel like I'm permitted to comment on Joe Biden's forehead. And besides, I'm not making it the whole focus of my drawing, right? I mean, that's what we were saying earlier. When you're doing political cartoons, or like art or whatever, we're trying not to fall into the body shaming stereotype, right? We're trying to be a bit more interesting. God, Joe Biden's really hard to draw. I hate him. I mean, I hate him for other reasons, but damn, what the hell? Okay, hang on. His nose is throwing me off as well, actually. Wow. Maybe it's just because I need a break. I've been staring at him for too long. Forehead solidarity. Okay, hang on. I just need to save these images into my... I don't want to lose the reference images. That would be a bit of a mess. There we go. Right. Damn, this is a long stream today. I'm feeling pretty good. It's probably because I took painkillers. Ugh. Although, speaking of painkillers, my back's starting to hurt. Ugh. And I can't take any more. They're not strong enough anymore, these painkillers that they've given me. And they don't want to give me any... It's so annoying. I don't know. I don't know what they're supposed to give me that's... You like how small Boris is. Yeah, I made him small. Wait. Why is there a line on his face? There we go. Yeah, I made Boris small because he is a small man. And like, I thought, you know, because he is kind of like... I feel like the UK is always trying to be like the US's little imperialist puppy dog, right? Like the US is the big boss, and the UK is always trying to be like kind of trying to posture, you know? I feel like Joe's starting to come out of the page though. We are starting to see Joe Biden a bit. It looks like his cousin. And like I was saying earlier, once it starts looking like his cousin, you're on to something. With a portrait, right? You're doing a portrait of someone and oh, it looks like a family member. That means you're onto it. You're onto it. You're onto the look. If it looks like a family member, you're about 40% there. I would say. Mo Biden. Mo Biden and Morris Johnson. Hey? Mo Biden and Morris Johnson. Hmm. Do, 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 do. Why are you opening new tabs for every link I click? What's up with that? That must be some kind of thing that I've enabled. Right. God damn, why is it opening? Trying to get some reference images up for missiles. Um, I do need to go to the restroom again. Sorry, disability things. Bloody bladder is just absolutely useless. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay. God, my back is just really starting to hurt again. And it hasn't been long enough for me to take more painkillers. Ugh. Maybe I need to make Biden smaller. He is quite big. There we go. I need enough room, right? I need enough room to write some text and stuff. See, now that I've got the faces, I need to think about the layout, the composition of it all, right? It's all very well having the faces down, but Oh, I've done the thing again. Need to make a new layer. Come on, you can do this. Be a good digital artist now. Layers, layers, layers. I think having them closer together actually might look a bit better. Maybe, yeah, maybe a layout where they're a little bit closer. That makes sense. And then, oh, I've done the thing again. Layer, layer, layer. I was thinking about your desire to write without speaking. Have you tried any AAC technology? It's designed for nonverbal people, and there's a big overlap between people who are nonverbal and those who require eye trackers. So that should be workable. I haven't tried it. No, I haven't tried it. It's a good point though. I should be looking into it, and I have seen some stuff about it, so I will look into that. I think OptiKey is one of the ones that is recommended. They look like they want to invite me to play PlayStation 5 with them. Oh my god, they do, don't they? I keep checking that I have actually made another layer because I'm such a damn traditional artist. I keep forgetting that layers will help me. I need to find out how best to. Font is not, it's not easy, you know. Well, actually, I suppose I should be making another layer, actually. God, I'm so slow. I do apologize. Right, another layer. Here we go. God, font is really, really difficult for me. It's going to be more difficult than the faces. I'll just get a rough idea. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. Oh, shit. Layer. Layers, layers, layers. Back to Joe. And yeah. Ka-ching. Ah, I must say I am starting to tire a bit. How long have I been? Oh, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Jeez. Okay, that explains things. Okay, I might have a little break then, because I've been streaming for a few hours. I do need to... Yeah, I might have a break. I've been going for 2 hours. So I'll have a little break, and then I might, I'll come back for some, for a less cursed stream and play some Super Auto Pets, or maybe paint the cat again. So yeah, I I am sorry about drawing these people, but I don't know. It was a cool stream. Why, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll rest up a bit and I'll come back in a bit. To maybe we'll play some chess. I haven't played chess in a few days actually. Chess or Super Auto Pets, or cat painting. One of the three. Thank you all for coming to hang out. It was really nice, and please take care. I will be back in a little while once I rest up a little bit. I'll try and have something to eat. I really don't feel like it. I feel so queasy at the moment. It's an effect of the meds I take, and yeah. But yeah, I'll try. Thank you all, and I'll see you very soon. I will try, yeah. I'll try and eat something. Thank you all for stopping by today, and I will see you later.